Hello, are you ready for chapter 5, part 5 of our dino adventure today? So at the end of part 4, we got to the stage where the boys were in the woods and they were walking towards the hut, and Dave wasn't very sure about going, but Cami really wanted to go. So I'll just carry on from that point. Are you ready? Okay, so we began to walk towards the hut. It looked like the path had been used before, but a very, very long time ago. We had our ropes, a torch, and all the other important items that we needed in case the dino could be in there waiting for us. Dave said, "I am sure this wasn't on the map and I'm not feeling very good about this." And just as he said that, I stepped on a stick and the whole of the hut started to glow. "Right, we're going back. I've had enough of this. We're meant to be at school. You've dragged me out here and I don't like it one bit. And this always happens to us when we go out together and I am fed up of it," ranted Dave. And with that, the ground opened up and the boys went flying down in a big dark hole. They slid for what felt like an eternity on some sort of grey slide. They couldn't see much else as they were going further and further down into the hole. They were screaming as loud as they could. They eventually landed with a thud. They both tumbled onto the floor and looked around. They had arrived in a room which was full of machines. They seemed to be pumping water around and making very different types of food. The labels said things like Dino Growth Creator, Dino Color Creator, and Dino Wing Creator. The machines were pumping the liquids round and round the room up in big long pipes around the outside. They were all different colours and shapes and sizes. There were lots of buttons, lots of different shapes with colours and instructions beside them. There was also a large red button right in the middle of the room. I picked up the book which was beside it. It was called Magical Spells, Recipes and Potions for Dinosaurs. "Don't touch anything, Cami. Why do you always have to touch things?" shouted Dave. "It'll be okay. It might give us some clues as to what this place is all about," I replied. I read the title. A recipe to give T-Rex rings. "Wings?" replied Dave. "I don't think I would like to meet a T-Rex with wings. They are scary enough when they're walking around on the ground. Never mind if they could fly around us too. The dinos have to eat them, I think. It's a trick to make them think that they're eating their own food, but instead they've got to eat these." Dave began banging on the walls and looking underneath the machines for a way out. "It's just no good, it's just no good. There's no way out." "It's okay, we'll get it sorted." I tried to sound as positive as possible, but really I had not one Scooby-Doo what was going on and what was going to happen next. And as I said that, we heard footsteps coming into the room. We both split up and hid underneath the nearest machines. My machine was very hot and smoky and it was starting to make my throat tickle. The footsteps got closer and closer. I peeked out from under the machine and saw scales on long pointed shoes with bright pink socks. And then I looked a little further up and saw green scales on their legs. Whoever this was, they enjoyed tight trousers and loved wearing dinosaur scales. But then, that would make sense. They must like dinos very much. Everything in this room is covered in dinosaurs. I wriggled around a bit and found I could see much more of this person in the reflection in the mirror. And I looked in the machine opposite, which also reflected the other side of the man. This man, for I could see he was now a man, had a large cowboy-type hat on, a bit like a hunting hat. It was leather and brown and very worn, with a band right around the middle. He had a shirt which had T-Rex footprints all over it, splattered around with no rhyme or reason. Along with the footprints, the shirt was bright green and yellow. What a wonderfully weird outfit. We could hear him talking to himself. He was saying things like, "Why won't the spell stay in the baby T-Rex forever? Every time I try, after a few minutes, it just runs out again. Maybe I'll need to go and get more of them and find more babies to experiment on. Hang on a minute. I don't remember leaving my spell book in here." And that concludes the story for today. So that's the part we're going to stop at today, and I'll give you the rest of them this week, and hopefully we'll get this story all finished by the end of the week. So You have 2 tasks for me today. Now your first task is to create a dino recipe. So you need to write a recipe that dinosaurs would like to eat. Okay, so you're writing a recipe to create something that dinosaurs would eat to trick them into growing wings. Okay, and your other one today is to draw a picture of what you think this man who is in the room full of machines looks like. Now I've given you quite a long description, so it should help you. Things like what hat he's wearing, what he's got on his feet, that he's wearing pink socks, things like that. So you could draw him for me. And in order to do the recipe, I've put another video up that you can watch me doing my dino recipe if you want. And then you can either copy mine and make it a little bit different, or you can create your own one. Now you don't have to make something. If you want, you can just write the recipe out using imaginary things if you don't have anything to make it with. But if you would like to do some cooking today, then you can do that as well. And then have a fabulous morning and enjoy the rest of today, which is sports day. I am in the red team, so I will be trying to get points for the red team this afternoon. So I will see you very soon. Well done. Bye-bye.